Alright, welcome to my Edessa Let's Play series. Let's get going. So in the previous episode, we managed to successfully rendezvous in lunar orbit, and now we are headed off to Minmus and see if we can collect some more science still. So having a quick look at the tracking station. Okay, let's see here. So the Atlas Explorer is sitting here in a stable orbit of Minmus. And it does have the lander on board as well, so it's ready to deorbit from here. Sorry, detach from the Atlas and deorbit and land on Minmus. Now before we jump in, I just want to have a quick look and see if there's any other missions we could do. We have managed to make a little bit of money. We're up to 740,000, but there's always more possibilities for work. So let's have a look. So the first one is Explore Minmus, which is great. Rendezvous 2 vessels in orbit of Minmus. We can do that on our way back from the surface. Go on an orbital spacewalk near Minmus. Well, we can do that right away. So this gives us an advance of 49,000. It gives us 80,000 for the rendezvous, 60,000 for the orbital spacewalk, and then 91,000 when all this is incomplete, so I cannot say no to this one. Next, we have Rescue Jodoc from the surface of Minmus. Wow, this is a surface rescue. This will be our first rescue. I was expecting to do a rendezvous at least, but apparently, rescue Jodoc Kerman, who is stranded on the surface of Minmus. Return him safely to Kerbin. You know, I've not done a great deal of surface rescues, so I'm going to see this as a challenge and see if I can accept this. Let me just make sure that the figures line up. So, the rewards are, we get an advance of 97,000, and when we get to Jodoc, we will get 22,500, and then when we finally get him back home, we will get 254,000 credits, which is amazing. I will definitely take this one. Next. What else do we have? We have Rescue Ilo from orbit of Kerbin. So if we rescue him, we don't get a great deal of money for this. I mean, looks like we get 7.5 when we first get to him. We get an advance of 33.5, and when the mission's complete, we get 84. So it looks like we're going to get maybe 115 grand out of this, but we will get a free Kerbonauts out of it. So, yes, I will definitely take this one. What's next? Build a new orbital station around Minmus. So, build a new station. It has an antenna, has a docking port, and it can generate power. Have a facility supporting at least 5 Kerbals. Have a viewing cupola on the station. Maintain stability for 10 seconds, and put your station in orbit of Minmus. So this thing has an advance of 88,000, and it pays 239 on completion. So that's a combined total of 320 grand for putting together an orbital station. I'm not really in the mood to be creating stations around Moon and Minmus just yet. I want to sort of go further afield, you know. I want to go for things like Duna and Moho and so on. What else do we have? So this is a test mission. We want to test a K&K base separator. Yeah, I'm not interested in doing that. Build an orbital station around the moon. So this is a much bigger mission. So it has to have an antenna, docking port, can generate power. That's standard. Facility has to be supporting at least 17 Kerbals. So this is going to be a big station. We must have a research lab, we must have a viewing cupola, we must have 6,000 units of liquid fuel, and maintain stability and put your together. Okay. So this is 600,000 credits. So 150 advance and 157 when it's complete. Sorry, 457 when it's complete. So that's a total of over 600,000 for this mission to be completed. I'm finding it hard to say no to this one. This one's going to be a very ambitious mission, but at the same time, it pays a whole lot, which should pay for the space program for a while. Yeah, I'm not sure if we should be taking this one. Do we want to be building space stations around the moon? Better yet, what do we do with the space station once we're done? You know what? I'm going to leave it for now. It expires in a couple of days. I'm just not ready to commit to such a large project so early, because I have a feeling that a great deal of these credits are going to be used up in just launches to get the thing to the moon. So by the end of this, we will probably not get to keep a great deal of this money. If we had, I mean, once we get up to the stage where we have the Rapier engines and we get some SSTOs so that we get to reuse our launch craft, this will become a lot more tempting, because we'll be able to fly up a single craft to deliver a piece of a station, and then it'll be able to land back on Kerbin, and we get most of the credits for that back. Yeah, I think we're going to be skipping on this one. Next, we have Ferry 2 Tourists. They want to orbit around the moon and fly by the moon, don't we all? And this one, he wants to land on the moon. This mission pays very, very little. We get 39,000 plus 6.5 plus 6.5, and that times 2. So this is 13. This is 49.52. So this mission pays 104,000 total. That is total. Yeah, I think we're going to be skipping on that one. Okay, so let's have a quick look at our contract window. So we still have those atmospheric surveys of Kerbin, so we will do those at some point, just not today. Exploring Minmus, so the rendezvous and going on an orbital spacewalk. We'll definitely be doing that next. And we want to save Jodok. Jodok Kerman, recover him from the surface of Minmus, and then deliver him back home. And the other one is we need to save Ilo Kerman and recover him on Kerbin. Okay. Cool. So let's have a look at what we have available to us. So let's locate Ilo's scrap, as it's called here. So Ilo is now trapped at 83.5 kilometers above Kerbin. So this is a fairly straightforward up and down. We go get him, then we fly him back. That's fine. Let's have a look at Jodok. So Jodok is on the surface of Minmus right here. And apparently he is right next to his craft. The good thing is we don't need to get his craft, we just need to get him. Yeah, trying to grab onto a crashed craft with the claw and so on is a whole nother dimension of difficult. We'll eventually, hopefully, be able to do that, but we're very lucky that we don't have to do it for this one. So what this gives us, basically, is just instructions on what that we take down. So, because we're already in orbit of Minmus, and I was going to send Valentina down to the surface of Minmus. Instead, what I might do is I'll send the lander down by itself, and then we'll have Jodok climb in, and the lander will fly him back. And then we can send the lander home along with a whole bunch of the science experiments that we couldn't use on our lab, and that will then deliver Jodok and the science safely back home. We'll then have to fly back up again and rescue Ilo in Kerbin orbit, but that's unrelated to this. Yeah, I think we're going to do that. Okay, let's jump on to the Atlas Explorer. Okay, here we go. So, how are we doing? Let's inspect our available science. We apparently have accrued 1 point of science. Let's go. Let's transmit that. Okay, that's away. So now what I want to do is I want to get Valentina. Hang on, let me just change the camera. There we go, that's better. So on this crew hatch, we want to do an EVA, and that immediately completes one parameter of our contract. And now we want to have her, let's see, what can we do? Okay, she can get out, and then she can go in through there. Let's do that. Steady on now, Valentina. Don't want to collide with those solar panels. Just coming in. Nice and steady. There we go. Okay, good girl. There we go. Okay, aim camera, please. And then we'll get her to go to Valentina Kerbin. We want her to go into... Oh, well, she can only go into this capsule. That's fine. Okay. Okay, aiming camera onto this. Making sure that it's full of fuel, which it is. Okay, and we should be good to detach now. Just doing a quick save. And detaching. Okay. Okay, so control from here, please. Okay, the engine shut down. It looks like I have no throttle control, which I was hoping to have. I thought I did set up throttle with my flight stick, but it simply wasn't going to happen. Okay, fine. Okay. So go to retrograde. And we'll set throttle to 0 and activate the engine. And just gently throttle up. Okay, just following that periapsis now. Throttling up a little bit. Okay, that's looking like 120 kilometers altitude and dropping. 70 kilometers altitude and dropping. 30 kilometers. Okay. How we're looking? Okay, so it's 17.5. Let's drop that a little bit more. Down to about 9 kilometers. That looks good. Okay. Alright, and now just warp to periapsis. Okay, I want to set Jodoc as a target for us. I'm just going to try to circularize first, and then we'll try to change the pitch of our orbit. Okay. Now we're gonna have to change pitch so that we can get closer to Joe Dog. Okay, there we go. Now let's see what we can do here. Okay. I just want to drop that periapsis down again. Okay, doing well. Let's have a look. Okay, let's warp to apoapsis again. Very tricky because it's a little while south. Not terribly, but we're gonna have to time this pretty well. Okay, let's go to prograde. Try to raise that periapsis just a little bit. Okay. There we go. Now let's get to that ascending node. Okay. How are we doing? Let's try this direction. Okay, just bring that inclination down a bit more. Okay, we still have 2.893 kilometers of delta V to go. I think that's looking low enough, so we should be able to land right around there and catch him around that upswing. Okay, well, let's circularize some more again. Okay. Okay, that's looking good. Now what I might do is I'll switch over to the Atlas Explorer, which will then allow us to fast forward time a bit more. Because what happens is if I try to fast forward time here, it will say you cannot go more than 50 times while below 12 kilometers, which is annoying because I know for a fact that we can fast forward faster than that. So if we switch over to a craft that's way higher up, hang on, let me just kill this thing. Oh, but what I want to make sure is I want to make sure that the solar panels are facing the sun. Because yeah, if this thing runs out of power, we're going to have to send out a Kerbonaut to fix it. And I'm not in the mood of doing that. There we go. Okay. Good stuff. And as you can see, Atlas is acting like a relay for us because Atlas has those relay antenna. So when Atlas is on the far side and our Lunar Explorer is on the far side, we're still able to get connection. Okay, in this case we're connecting directly to Kerbin, but that's neither here nor there. Okay. So now I'm just going to focus on Minmus and see if we can fast forward time to get our lander and Joe Duck to line up. Okay, just carefully with that time warp. We don't want to overshoot. Okay, it looks like one more orbit should do it. Okay, how's that looking? Yeah, I think on the next swing through, that should be enough and should be close enough for the lander to land near Jodoc. And just having a look at our radio connection, it's going to be tight. Hopefully, because it's facing, this side is facing Kerbin, we should at least be able to get Kerbin's connection. If not, we'll hopefully have a relay up there. Alright, let's switch back. Alright, a quick drink there, and let's have a look. So just making sure we're controlling from here. Good. And turn to retrograde, and let's have a look. In fact, we can see our target right there. He is 32.5 kilometers away. What I was going to do is I was going to swing right around and see if we can get closer on the next pass. Yeah, I think I might do that. We want to be as close as we possibly can once we burn to retrograde. Minmus is very, very forgiving because it's so small and its gravity is not very strong. But still, there's no use wasting fuel. There we go, getting really nice and close to that orbital line. So we'll be able to just deorbit and do minimal amount of corrective burns to get as close as we possibly can for the least amount of fuel. Okay, we have strong radio contact, which is excellent. We are go for descent. So right around here should do, I think. A bit more, actually. There we go. Okay, so turning to retrograde and burning. Okay, we're looking good. Now I'm going to see if I can put this line somewhere ahead of Jodoc, so that as the small moon comes with its rotation, as it advances Jodoc this way, we'll hopefully be landing nice and close. Okay, looking good. 2,780 meters per second of delta V left. Jodoc is 22.1 kilometers away. Might just fast forward a little bit. Okay, so our horizontal velocity, just looking for that. So our horizontal velocity is about 90 meters per second, whereas our vertical velocity is 55 meters per second. Okay, so it should be good to just burn retrograde at this stage. Our altitude is just past 4 kilometers and dropping. Okay, 5.7 kilometers away from Jodoc's craft. Just want to try to correct burn so that it goes towards Jodoc. We don't want to overshoot and waste fuel. Okay, we are at 2.3 kilometers altitude and dropping. Doing another adjustment burn. There we go. You can watch for your retrograde and your target and see if we can adjust those to get them nice and close. Okay, make sure it stays on orbit. We don't want to be switching to target at this point. Okay, coming down. We are at 900 meters altitude. Okay, and dropping that velocity down. (450 meters altitude). 20 meters per second velocity. 500 meters to target. Okay, dropping that velocity down. Whoops, there we go. Needed to keep that on surface. My mistake. Okay, there's our shadow. (7.1 meters per second), 6 meters per second. Oops, a little bit of an overshoot there. And we have touchdown. Excellent. Okay, so what's going on with Joe Duck? Why is he hovering over there? So turning off SAS to see what happens. And we inexorably start to tilt. Let's just rotate around so that we try that trick of having two legs supporting us at once. Okay, that's looking markedly more stable now. Okay, good. And we can run some science now. Yep, that's good. We might run another one so that we can put one in the science lab and one that we can transmit home. Having a quick look at our science inside. Let's run these as well. Yes, please. And run this one as well. Okay. Now, can we switch over to Joe Duck? He's about 200 meters away, so let's try that. I'm just going to quick save and switch over to Joe Duck. There he is. Okay, Joe Duck, looks like you are on the surface. Even though it did look like he was in midair before, so I'm not really sure what happened over there. There's our craft. I'm going to set that as a target. Good. Is there anything valuable in here? Let me just switch over to that. There's nothing inside. Nothing really worth bothering with. Okay. Joe Duck, head on back home. Nice and easy now. Beautiful. Okay. I'm going to plant a flag. Okay, this one we're going to be calling Joe Doc's Folly. Here the brave Joe Doc Kerman became stranded on the surface of Minmus. And it looks like our rocket has decided to fall over. Wonderful. Okay. That is frustrating because I did have it stable. I had it stable. It was not moving. I do not understand what quite happened, but yeah. Okay. Oh, well, that's just as well. Apparently the gravity of Minmus is so light that we can actually just use our reaction wheels to get back up. Oh, give me a break. Come on. Okay, hold still for me. There you go. That is somewhat frustrating. Anyway, let's do a crew report. Hold on to that, please. Okay. Now we have to plan a return journey over to the Atlas Explorer. Okay, so it's going in a clockwise direction, which means we need to aim towards 270 degrees when we take off. That's pretty much all we need to remember at this stage. Okay, I think that's everything. Let us go. No, target, orbit, good. Okay, we are away. And away we go. Good. That was a successful takeoff, thank goodness. Excellent. More science points. We can collect some more science while taking off. Beautiful. Okay, that's worth nothing, but we don't know whether it's going to be worth anything on the lab, so we'll do that as well. May as well do this one. Yep. Good. Good. And we have one more shot with this particular mystery goo. Doing well. We have an apoapsis of 18.5 kilometers. And it looks like we're going to get good signal strength coming in by being bounced off of Atlas Explorer. I hope. It may be obscured by Minmus, I'm not sure. Oh, but we do have a Kerbonauts with us this time, so good. Okay, let's fast forward to that apoapsis. Okay, we have good signal bounce. I'm going to add a maneuver node to our descending node, in fact. And try to flatten that out. Oops. Oh. There we go. Try to drop that number to 0. Carefully now. Okay. And then try that prograde out. Okay, that will have to do. Good. Okay, I've gone and spun us out, but that's alright. Nice and gently now. Okay. Good, good. Okay, so we have 42 seconds to burn. $20 seconds. 10 seconds. Throttling up. We have orbital speed. Okay, we have 23 kilometers apoapsis and 16 kilometers periapsis. Having a look at our target, we are 0.1 degrees off in our orbital inclination, which should be good enough. I don't know. For some reason, we're -1. We're 1.1 degrees off. Okay, let me just try to quickly correct that. Okay. Try to drop that to 0 if we can. Looks like 0.1 to 0.2 is as good as it's gonna get, which is pretty close. Okay. Okay, let's plot an intercept course. Whoops. Okay, that's way too much. Nice and easy now. Okay, and where do we want that? Looks good enough. Excellent. There you go, Joe Doc. You have officially been rescued. You can get out for another EVA. Very nice. Collect some more science. You recorded your observations. Good on you. Okay, let's jump forward to that maneuver node. Okay, 18 minutes to burn. 10 minutes to burn. 5 minutes. 3 minutes. Alarm has gone off at 3-minute mark. Two minutes 50 seconds. We'll fast forward to our maneuver node now. We're going to need to burn for 3 seconds. That's going to be 3 seconds at full throttle. So what I might do is I might just do a gentle throttle over a longer period of time instead. Okay, time to burn. Okay, pushing apoapsis out. Okay. That's pretty good. That's a separation of 3.7 kilometers. I will definitely take that. Let's fast forward to that. Whoa, 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 what's happening? What was that alarm about? I think we lost radio contact there, but the Atlas was able to pick us up, which is good. Okay, looking at the Explorer coming in. Doing well, 120 kilometers away. Oh, do not tell me that we'll just run out of power. Yep, we've just run out of power. Okay. You are going to have to get out, and you're going to have to push. Okay. Oh, come on. Come on, push. That's it. That's it. All right. Now we got to get on board before it runs out of power again. Okay, we have power. Beautiful. We had to get out and push, and then get our panels to face the sun. Good. Still not generating enough power there. Why are we not generating enough power? What is happening here? We have direct sunlight, but zero energy flow. I don't understand why that is. Okay. What is going on? There's zero energy flow. Why is there zero energy flow? This makes no sense. Okay, so at the moment this panel says it is in direct sunlight, but there is no energy flow. I do not understand why this is happening. This makes absolutely no sense. I don't understand what's happening here. This is in direct sunlight. Why are we not getting any power? This is a bizarre case of the Kraken. We need to burn in 4 minutes and 50 seconds, and our lunar lander is dead in the water because of a bug, a glitch with the solar panels. According to this, we have sun exposure, but we have zero energy flow. This makes absolutely no sense. I don't get what's happening. Okay, trying to retract the radio antenna. That doesn't work. Okay, that does work. That's good. This makes no sense. There's no energy flow from these photovoltaics. I am not getting this. We are going to have to save and then quit the game and then come back again. I do not understand this. Okay, what I might do is I might switch over to the other target and see if the force reload will cause it to come to. Okay, so that's not, excuse me, so that's not loaded. Now let's switch back to that target. Okay, yeah, there we go. We're getting really good energy flow. Our solar panels have become reset and they're generating really well. Such it is. Amazingly frustrating, but anyway, we got there in the end. Now let us switch over to what do I want to do? Okay, we need to burn in about 2 minutes 40 seconds to match velocities once we get there. Meanwhile, I'm just going to turn off SAS and let us charge up as much as we possibly can. I'm going to try to rotate the solar panel to try to face as much as I possibly can. Try to get the sun exposure up to, if I can, there we go. Whoops. Try to get it as close as I can to 1. There we go. Okay. That'll give us an energy flow of 0.379. It's not much, but it's all we need. Okay. Coming up nice and fast. Now we can turn to retrograde at 2.8 kilometers separation. See if we can slow ourselves down a little bit. Okay, we're a little bit off course, so I'm going to try to correct. Just trying to get that retrograde as close as possible to the target there. Okay, that's looking pretty good. Okay, and keep that solar panel aimed squarely at the sun. There we go. Okay, good. Having a look at our rendezvous panel. We are 2 kilometers away. We have 3 minutes and 20 seconds before we hit it. And when we do hit it, apparently we will hit it at 7.86 meters per second. Yeah, let's kill that. Now we can fast forward until we're nice and close. I believe I can just make out the orange tanks in the distance. Okay, coming up nice and fast. 300 meters. 200 meters in closing. Just another quick corrective burn. Okay. 120 meters. 100 meters. Just killing the loss of our velocity now. There we go. Okay, now same story again. We control from here. Do another quick observe mystery goo just in case. Keep that. Good. Control from here. Let's see. Which way is the target? Okay, that's completely backwards. Okay. There we go. Good. Hold right there. Okay, just double checking that solar panel. Looking good. Yeah, now switch over. Want to focus camera a little bit here so we can see properly. Control from here. Let's see if I can target that docking port. Set as target. That's it. Okay, now let's angle towards that. Let's activate this. Oh, it's so weird when you're not looking directly at the center of mass. I feel like you're getting swung around. Okay, bringing her about. Okay. And aim camera, please. There we go. There we go. That looks much, much better. Okay. Nice and steady as she goes. There we go. We're almost lined up. I'm just going to do a couple of quick bursts of the engine so that we can get some forward momentum happening. Good. A little bit too far. Okay, there we go. There we go. Just a quick burst there. Whoops. Overshot. Bringing her about. Come on. Okay, there's our target at 47 meters. We're looking good. Nice and steady now. 39 meters. Having to remind myself to breathe at the moment. This is still very, very tricky. But it looks like we have things lined up perfectly well. It's only going to start getting tricky once we get really close. Yeah. If you're ever trying to do a docking maneuver, it's much easier once you switch over to a locked camera, because the camera rotates with the craft and you get a sense of what's left and what's right and so on. Okay, we have no fine maneuvering thrusters, but it looks like I have given us the proper momentum. Okay, just trying to keep us aimed towards that target. Coming in, 20 meters to go. Nice and close. Fine-tuning adjustments coming in. There she comes. 15 meters. Yes. Ooh, they bounced. Oh, yes. We're ducked. Woo! We are ducked. Okay, now let's have a look at our 8. Auto, please. There we go. Let's have a look at our science. Camera, please. Okay. Clean experiments, please. Okay, review data. We don't have actually a lot of room for data at the moment, but I just want to do a quick review, so that's useless. That's useful, and that's 16 data. We don't have room, but we're going to keep that. That can go home. Oh wow, that's a lot of that's a lot of science, but we don't have the data capacity. We're at capacity at the moment, so we'll hold on to that. Excellent. Beautiful. Oh my, 940 science from 108 data. This is a surface sample from Minmus's lowlands. You sneak a taste of the surface sample. Nope, definitely not made of delicious dessert products. Gotta love it. Oh, excellent. Okay, this looks like it has been a successful exploration mission. We have visited the surface of Minmus, and we have collected some very juicy data indeed. And we've actually maxed out the capacity of our science lab. This has been a win-win. Next time we're going to have to load up our, what's his name? Joe Doc, and see if we can get him home for some good monies. But that is in the next episode. So thanks everybody for watching. I'm just going to take a quick picture. And another one. Beautiful. Excellent. So thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one.